Ask me what the most underrated exercise is. No, seriously, ask me. It's the overhead press. The overhead press is an exercise that you absolutely have to master if you want to build big shoulders and increase your bench press. Problem is, if your form's not done correctly, it can look not only downright awkward, it can be terrible for your shoulders. Today, I'm going to break down the overhead press form, especially after I had a nightmare yesterday where I imagined one of my subscribers was practicing the overhead press, clocked themselves in the neck, got knocked out, and appeared on the 6 o'clock news. We want to avoid that. It's time to learn about the overhead press.
The overhead press. We are going to learn the overhead, aka the military press today. A quick warning, if you don't have the proper shoulder mobility or if it hurts if you press over your head, do not do this. I'd estimate as far as maybe 20% of individuals right off the bat can't overhead press because they don't have the flexibility. Now, this is much closer to something Jim Wendler would demonstrate the overhead press as being, as opposed to Olympic overhead press where the elbows would be higher. Let's break down the form. So, we're going just slightly wider than shoulder width apart. The elbows are going to help drive the weight up. What you're noticing right there, I'm showing the back angle, the shoulder blades have to be tight, meaning that you're pushing off of this shoulder shelf, right? So you see it's below my neck. I'm exaggerating the head movement because what you want to do is essentially press through your head. You're pushing the bar in a straight line, but your head's in the way. So you keep the chest up, you keep that shelf space, and a big expert tip, if you guys are paying attention, is that the elbows slightly flare out at the end of the overhead press. Let me show you the grip. So we start right here. You want it so the bar is underneath the elbows. I'm going to show you first the incorrect grip. It seems right. Okay, cool. My hands are bent back. Seems fine. Looks good, right? Still approved. Look, my hand. And then, if you tilt it too far back, you just want to avoid that. So you want to make sure that the bar is underneath the elbows in your shelf. So let's show it right here, right? So you unrack. Keep the elbows. This is just the elbow down position. Olympic would have it much higher. You see myself pushing my head through it. It's going in a straight line. I'm actually exaggerating to try and show you how to push through with your head. You got to brace your core, brace your spine, have the proper thoracic mobility. This is the side angle. So rest down in that shelf space. Bam, pop it right up. So your chin, it goes right in front of your face, over to the middle portion of your head. Once again, I'm exaggerating to try and show you what's up. And if you notice, there's even a little bit of a hip thrust. There's core bracing going on. Let's show now the shoulder blades. As I said before, the back is tight. So your lats, everything is tight back there. You want to create as much tension as possible. The best tip I could give to increase your overhead press is to squeeze the shit out of the bar because your body has to be tight. Let's break down the form. Now the overhead press too, when you do the overhead press, is meant to be done explosively. So explode on the way up. You can control it on the way down. Make sure you pause every single rep. Bring it below the chin. This is the real military press. You see slightly wider than the shoulder width apart, bar right underneath the elbows. Push with maximum explosive force. Pause, and then go again. So you see my elbow position, got, boom, right there. Okay, so I got the tightness, resting it on my body. You see that little subtle twitch I just did right there? Move the elbows higher to drive right through. Guys, this is the overhead press. Please review and always practice safety.
If you have a shoulder day, it should be your first movement.
The military press? First of all, I'm a pacifier. I don't believe in war. Second of all, lifting a weight over your head? Sounds like a smart idea, genius. It's gonna fall on your head. Then you'll be dead. Like my boy Gianni. R.I.P. bro.
The overhead press requires you to have proper shoulder mobility and for you to practice it a lot. Once you do that, you'll notice immediate strength gains and you should notice sizable difference on your traps and on your deltoids. That's it. Thanks for watching the video and just remember, press for success.